We're recording.
We're recording, okay.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Today's episode, we want to talk about what it is like to live in the Las Vegas metro area. We live in Henderson, and a lot of people are thinking about moving here or have moved here and don't really know what to do from there, or what's a realistic view of life in Sin City or the outskirts.
Yeah, more the outskirts for us.
Yeah.
I'll never forget moving out here and trying to explain to people the reason that we moved into Sun City Anthem. For those of you who've never driven into the actual part that's called Sun City Anthem, you're driving along and all of a sudden you round a curve and you see this magnificent, beautiful waterfall that says Sun City Anthem. And there was just something so, we had gone all over the place and looked, and this was like, this is it. This is where I want to be. And I not only have said that, I have friends who have told me the same thing, that was the reason, that driving into that waterfall and seeing it.
We are going to do a show at one point all about Sun City Anthem.
Yeah.
Because we believe, the two of us, they're going to take us out feet first, right?
Oh, God.
We love it here.
Oh, yeah.
And you're right. And when you're coming up Eastern Ave, it just looks, it's so beautiful.
And you can't, people, when they hear the words Las Vegas, what do you immediately think of when you hear Las Vegas?
Well, the Strip.
The Strip.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people that come up here, and after they come up, my sister's a prime example of this. She went, I didn't have any idea there was this kind of life.
Yeah. Right. Oh, people have no idea.
Yeah, they're like, what? And that's the beauty. That's one of the reasons. Don't just hear the words Las Vegas.
Right.
And think, my soul. No. And Elvis had it right there, but it's a whole different world.
It is. And one of the things, speaking of coming up the hill, one of the things that I found surprising is how much green is here.
Yeah.
People will go, oh, I would miss the green. There's green all over. I mean, if you go out into the desert, no. But it's a different kind of beauty, I think. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just around town, there's green all over, and a lot of the grass is gone and has been replaced.
Oh, but
there's trees.
I am actually looking right across the street here at my neighbor who just had her yard redone with beautiful, absolutely real life artificial turf that looks like grass. If you didn't know better, you would think that is grass that's been mowed. I mean, there's just no difference. So if you miss the green, we have trees. Oh my goodness.
Green all over.
Yeah.
And a beauty of it is that the property is so low maintenance.
Oh yeah.
There's no, I mean, people back east, they spend the entire fall raking leaves. It's like Sisyphus,
Yeah.
And
you don't have to do that when you live out here.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. It's funny. My sister said when she came out the first time to visit when we lived here, and she said, there's two things I don't like. And this is a person who would poo-pooed Vegas. I mean, really poo-pooed Vegas. She liked to go to the Strip, but she didn't want to go anywhere else, But she comes up here and she starts looking around. She says, man, oh man. When she returned home, she gave me a call on the phone and she said, I've been thinking about this the whole plane ride back and driving. She said, there's only two things I don't like about out there. And I said, really, what's that? And she said, stoplights. They're the longest damn stoplights in the world.
Okay.
And everybody's house is brown.
I just wrote that down.
That's what she said. Yeah. She said all the homes look the same. And that is, if you're looking for a colonial, antebellum mansions, You ain't gonna find it in
No.
Vegas. You know.
All the houses look like they were built the same day. And because of the HOAs, which HOAs keep it nice.
Yeah,
they
we
really
have,
do.
We have beautiful, homes and so basically those are the only two things. So anyway,
Not much.
not much.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
There's tons of entertainment here,
Yeah.
obviously, but there's tons of entertainment beyond the Strip.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to do a show about all the off-strip entertainment
so many
and attractions.
Great idea. Great idea. Yeah. Because there are some, I got to tell you, I went a week ago to see, we have a beautiful Broadway kind of theater called the Smith Center here in Vegas.
Gorgeous.
Where they bring in all the Broadway
Art Deco.
plays. Gorgeous. Probably 2,000 seat theater.
More than that,
You think? Yeah, probably so. But it's a beautiful, beautiful theater that they bring Broadway productions in. I had seen last year Come From Afar at Smith Center. A lot of productions, wonderful. A week ago, Friday, I went to see the same show.
Come From Away.
Come From Away, yes. Sorry, Come From Afar.
Yeah.
Come From Away at the
Las Vegas Little Theater.
Las Vegas Little Theater. I was absolutely blown away.
Mm-hmm.
I walked out, the friend that I went with, I said to her, I liked it better than the Broadway production. I mean, it was that good. That's the kind of, there's all those kind of things.
And also, that same play is going to be put on at the Spring Mountain Theater.
Is it?
Which is a beautiful, beautiful.
If you've ever.
It's gorgeous.
You take your lawn chair,
you
take your fried chicken that you stopped at the gas station and got, and your whatever to drink, and you go up to Spring Mountain. It's an outdoor amphitheater
near Red Rock Canyon.
Yes. Gorgeous, beautiful in the fall and the spring. And they put on the best production.
Well, there's so much music here, and I'm not even talking the Strip. I'm talking local musicians, and it's so inexpensive to be entertained here. There's so much entertainment here, and it doesn't cost much at all. No. One thing I noticed is when you see live music in bars, there's never a cover charge.
No.
They may hike the price of drinks a lot, but there's never a cover charge.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot.
And you can walk, that's a for instance, you can, Water Street, you can, see, people don't know about things like Water Street. Water Street is the old section of Henderson. Henderson was the hubbub of the area. Vegas, but Water Street, from what I understand, and Henderson were really Hendertucky. Yeah, they were the place to be there for a long time. Didn't they have a railroad go through there or something? I don't know. But anyway,
I don't know. I think
they've got little bars down there. They've got little unique areas.
Free parking.
Yeah,
you can't get that in downtown Las Vegas.
Casinos. They've got casinos. It's a really it has been gentrified a lot down in that area. Some parts of it have. Some parts are still but
it's safe. I never feel unsafe walking around there.
No.
Other ways for entertainment. And we may have touched on this in another show, but it's relevant here as well. House seats and fill a seat. I'll put links in the comments for them as well. They are unfilled seats that you buy a subscription for maybe $100
I think it is
a
$100
year.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have all these free shows that you can go see. You just check their website.
And I'm telling you, you can see. I saw George Strait on house seats.
It pays for itself in one show.
Yeah. George Strait was the best concert I've ever been to almost. So let me tell you. And I didn't even have to pay for the house seat. My friend who asked me to go. So, I mean, that's just, house seats are a must-have if you live out here.
Or fill a seat.
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same. There's a lot of overlap on them.
And if you have friends and family that live out here, what we do is, I've had some friends come back from back home, and I say, hey, we'll run down and pick up the tickets for you. You know, it's kind of a nice thing to do, and you're not supposed to do it, but nobody needs to know that but you and me, okay? And the fence post, okay?
I go with them, but I've seen Carrot Top how many times from Phyllis Seat or House Seats. Yeah, every time somebody comes to town, I'll go see Carrot Top again. And other places to know what's going on. Subscribe to the CityCast daily newsletter.
Oh,
they are
I don't do
always
that.
uncovering great places, little unknown hidden gems in the area. I love.
What's it called again?
It's called CityCast.
I gotta look this one up. Man, I didn't know about that one.
You subscribe. They have a podcast that you can listen to, but they also have a daily newsletter. And there's just lots of great local type of information that you don't see other places. There's also something called Henderson HQ, that newsletter, that is a little more broad, but they have good things on there as well. So there's just lots of ways to find out what's going on. Oh, I recently came across a Facebook site, and they post live music, and it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and they just have all the live music.
Really? That you can go and listen to.
It's so wonderful because, you might be like, oh my God, I have some free time today. What's going on? And then especially like on Friday or Saturday and Sunday afternoons, I like day drinking. I do.
Yeah, good for you, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So those are, some really good things to do.
Frank and we're not showgoers. That was never, I lived in Branson, Missouri. And so those of you who are familiar with the Branson area and Branson, Missouri, big country music area, a lot of people, Ray Stevens, Andy Williams, you name it, a lot of Mickey
Now
Gay.
you're showing your age.
Yeah, they all had theaters in Branson. So when you worked in Branson, you got to go see all of that. So for years, I went to those shows. And those are like 280 hours. I'll never be able to get back in my life. So I've seen everybody I want to see. Now, I've seen Bruce Springsteen, but if he come to town, but there's only a specific number of people I'd go and see again. I just not a big showgoer.
Yeah, we don't go to like the big productions. I actually don't like Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, really?
I cannot stand it. I went to Love, and I went to Mystere maybe. And it's too much stimulation. I'm like, can everybody just sit down?
So you didn't see Blue Man Group, the Blue Man
Group?
God,
hell no.
Yeah, been to the Blue Man Group.
Send me to hell.
Yeah,
No.
Really. Yeah, you would really.
It's too
front
much.
row.
I'm just like, everybody stand still for a moment. Oh,
yeah, it was not fun.
Oh, you didn't like it either?
Well, I'm not that, when they told me I was going to be covered up in plastic, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be covered up in plastic, okay, so it was okay. My son, he liked it, so that was all that mattered.
I always say the window of what I like is open but a crack. Because
man, she's got some good sayings, doesn't she? Man, she's got, boy, I don't have it.
Compile these in a book.
My best thing is I can walk down the street and chew bubble gum at the same time. That's my best wise. Anyway.
Well, let's talk about the weather.
Oh.
Because people do wonder, like, this week it's going to be hot as hell. This coming week. I mean, we're talking 116.
Yeah. I heard through the grapevine that it was going to be 116.
And it's been like that. The past few summers have been getting hotter and hotter, I think.
Okay, so I want to hear your take on this first, and then I'm going to tell you my take on it.
Does not bother me.
Me either. You stay inside or you stay in the pool for 3 months. Who the heck cares?
Well, it's not even... you go from air conditioning house to the air conditioned car to the air conditioned grocery store. And when you come out of the store, it's usually so cold in there. When you come out, you're like, oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
And then you're back in your car. And it's no big deal. And it is not at all comparable to winters in upstate New York. Because you know what? If I have to go to the store for milk in 117.
You don't have to clean off your front in your car
and my hat and mittens get all bundled up and freeze.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
No.
I have never been as hot here as I have been in upstate New York when it was like 92 degrees, 92% humidity.
Right.
That is unbearable. And especially that I never had a house in New York that had air conditioning, central air.
Oh.
So it's nothing. It is really nothing. Does not bother me.
My mom this weekend, I was talking to her, and we always talk about the weather back home, you know. And I said something, but she said, "Boy, it's been hot here." And I had to kind of giggle, you know, because it's like, I said, "Oh, really?" She goes, "Yeah, I think it was like 95. And I said, "Yeah, you know, we had 113, but that's, you know, that's neither here nor there." But yeah, it doesn't bother me
95
a bit.
doesn't even feel
No.
like 95 here. It feels like 78.
Yeah, right.
It really does.
I told Frank when we decided to retire someplace, that was the whole thought on my mind. I am never, ever going to have to deal with winter ever
I
again.
hate winter.
I hate winter. I hate it. So if you hate winter, Vegas is the place for you.
People are surprised though. They think that the winters here, they're expecting Florida. And the winters here are not warm.
They're a little cool
They're not.
sometimes.
I mean, the average high in January might be like 55.
Yeah. But then you have these
But it
gorgeous,
could get
beautiful
up to
days.
65.
Yeah,
The
or
sun's
70.
out
you
every
know.
day.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Florida weather.
No, it's
but
not.
it's certainly not having to shovel snow off the
No.
front stoop, or, you know, going out and cleaning off your car. I don't ever want to have to do that again. And
No.
if it, so be it, you know.
Nope.
That's the
Fine with me.
first thing I told him. No snow. No snow.
No state taxes here.
Yeah. See, yeah.
I mean, that's something nice. Finding a job, when I first came here in 2003, I was like 40, I don't know, was I 46 or so? I don't know. But it took me forever to find a job.
Did it?
It is, I want to warn anybody who's thinking of moving here. It is not what you know, it is who you know. And I know it's the same now because, for one, employers are hesitant to hire people who just landed here because it's a transient town. They don't know if they're going to stay or not. So I found it very difficult. Finally, how I got a job was and I was a career counselor. I know how to look for a job. I applied with a temp agency, and I got a temp position, and then I did find finally a full-time job. But one of the things I found surprising is that the casinos want casino people. They don't want an outsider. For example, my background, strong in corporate training. I can't tell you how many casino training jobs I applied for, and they were like, "Well, you don't have any gaming experience." And I'm like, "Well, you know, I didn't have banking experience when I was a bank trainer. There's a lot of different experience I didn't have. You learn it, and then you relay that information to other people."
Right.
But they fancy themselves as like so
Specific.
special.
Yeah. Do you wonder if it was because of your age at that point, at being 46? Because when we moved out here and I was 60, right at 62, 60 somewhere, 61, I got on at the casinos. I got on with Caesars. I worked for Caesars. But I would go into it saying, we've retired out here. So they know, you know, we've retired.
You're there permanently.
You know, so I'm not going to, you know, if we've retired here, chances are I'm going to be here. I think that and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like employers, especially the casinos and places they really like looking at, because I worked with a number of older people. Because guess what? You can rely on older people.
Oh yeah, the work ethic.
Yeah. We've got a better work ethic than young kids do. I mean,
generally,
yeah. I shouldn't say that across the board, but yeah. And I also think that that my field, what I did, and I owned a restaurant. I worked at a convention center in the food service areas. I did homeless cooking, you know, all these things, cooking, I think that they looked at that because I got hired in the special events department for putting on parties, and that's what I had done in my lot. You know, I had put, so you know, my experience was a little different. That I got a job within 2 months of getting here, and had to go through the whole, you know.
My brother and sister-in-law, they both got jobs here within a couple of months, but they were looking for like retirement jobs.
Right.
And those jobs are out there.
Yeah.
For people that are retired and want a flexible type of schedule, those types of jobs do exist.
Well, and also nowadays, the thing is, people work from home a lot. So, you know, if you don't mind working from home, you can work from home and
if you're lucky.
Anchorage, Alaska,
are starting to get away from that. You know.
Yeah.
But it's too bad because who the heck wants to commute? How about healthcare here? What should people know? Because Vegas does not have a good reputation for healthcare. What has been your personal experience?
I have a what do they call him? A nurse practitioner, but he's not. He's a nurse practitioner, but he's basically a doctor.
Yeah, well,
you know?
they are. They have extensive
and
training.
I adore him. In fact, I decided not to change insurances because he fell in my insurance plan, and so I found him probably 6-7 years ago now. Sammy has been with me from day one. He remembers me. He remembers things about me that we've talked about in the past. Okay, you don't find that very often anyway. You know, as far as I've got to tell a story about healthcare out here. I was at a meeting one time, and I was told, I heard at this meeting that back in 1989, okay, or in the past, that Nevada fell in dental, people with dental problems fell 48th in the
I don't
nation.
doubt that.
48th in the nation. Now wait a minute. This is 1989, 1990, somewhere in there. They were the lowest on the totem pole. They decided to put in a dental college here in town. Putting in that dental college raised them up to 32, which is a huge jump in 20, 25 years, 30 years. You know, that's a big jump. They're hoping when the medical school, the Bogosian Medical School, the School of Medicine that they've just put in Las Vegas, they're hoping that that's going to do the same for medical that it did. It will raise us up because we're really low on the totem pole as far as
there's a lot of things that Nevada is low. It's like, thank God for Mississippi, because Nevada would have be the 50,
she didn't just say that. All of our Mississippi viewers,
I know,
please
and I
don't take umbrage at that.
I spent time in Mississippi and I do love it.
I do.
But you know what I'm talking about. I don't mean anything personally, but But I counted. I've had 7 dentists since the 23 years I've been here. I think I like the guy I have now.
Really?
But there's been some that I just didn't like, or, you know, again, the window of what I like is open, but a crack. But 7 dentists, 3 GYNs. My one guy who I loved retired. And now we're at the age we don't have to go that much anyway. So I should be good for a few.
I have a funny joke about that. This is a true story. Can I tell it?
Yes.
This is really kind of off
is
color.
It a true?
It truly is.
Okay, let's hear it.
Women, you're going to like this. Men don't watch this, so women are going to like this. Truly, I had a gynecologist back home, and his name was Dr. Richard Stiff.
Oh my God.
I swear on my mother's Richard Stiff. And he insisted on being called Richard.
Oh, I bet that is hilarious.
That is a gynecologist. And anybody who lived in the Branson area knows that I'm telling the truth there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I hear the word gynecologist, it always goes there.
I had a doctor in Albany that was the inspiration for a line in my comedy, which is never trust a female gynecologist with a mustache. Because you're going to let her mess with your hormones. This bitch, I mean, She was like, I said, no, I don't think. And she's like, no, you're not going to find another doctor. And I'm like, bitch, you have a mustache. What the hell is going on?
Where's your
with you?
estrogen level at? Do you have
You're
any
not
idea?
touching me.
You got way too many testosterone cells.
I do have a fabulous optometrist.
Do you?
Yeah.
I
Way
don't.
on the other side of town, but I go once a year.
Yeah.
She is fabulous.
Yeah.
I had a fabulous GYN who was only GYN. So you're not there with all the pregnant women and, all of a sudden he can't be there for the appointment, but he retired. And I'm on my third primary care, but in 23 years, that's not bad.
Well, that's pretty good. I have one.
love this guy.
I have one. I don't have a dentist.
Well, I can recommend my guy. I do like him.
I don't have a gynecologist.
Need one.
I don't have any of those. I have Sammy, and I love Sammy. So
Well, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
A lot of primary care physicians now are going into a concierge service.
Oh, Frank had that happen to him. He had the
Yeah.
knee replacements, and on there you could pay extra for concierge.
Yeah,
and
and
he's
it's
like,
a
"What
lot.
the hell
It's
you
a
mean I
lot.
gotta pay extra
Yeah.
to talk to a doctor?"
Yeah.
There's
But they say you have access to me anytime. You
Yeah,
have my
yeah.
cell phone number.
What
And
the
it's like,
heck is
get
going
the hell out.
That's right.
But I'll tell you, do stay healthy if you're here in Las Vegas. But there are some wonderful doctors. You really gotta look.
And a lot of my friends who are Californians, especially, they travel to California when they need something done.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard numerous people say, I go over to California
Yeah.
because it's so much better over there. The medical, yeah.
Well, the first several years that I lived here, I just kept my doctors back in Albany. And I didn't even look for anybody
Yeah.
out here.
I did that with my hairstylist. I kept her back there, and
Yeah.
every 6 months when I go in. But Jody, I just can't do it anymore.
Couple of other things. I guess the last thing I have is making friends here. I have found it to be very easy. And I don't mean just in this community. When you move to a 55 plus community, you should expect it to be easy to make friends, because there are people moving here, and they are moving here because of the community, the sense of community. But when I first moved here, it does take you a while to find your people, no matter what. When I first moved here, I moved here by myself. I didn't have any friends, and I was not in the best mood because I had just gotten divorced for the second time. But I did find people in general here are open to new friends. It's not like back east, like back in Albany. People have their circle of friends that they have had for 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's hard for an outsider to break in.
Very much so. There's history between people. That is a common good that happens when you do move out here, when you retire out here. The commonality is that we're all out here kind of by ourselves,
Yeah.
And so you don't have your two best friends that you grew up with and have
Right.
known 68 years right there to go to lunch with or whatever.
Right.
You've got to make new friends to do that with,
Right.
because we're all kind of in the same boat. Now, saying that, I will say there's a number of women that live here that it's hard to get into their group.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm saying they're hard to get into. They've
established,
already
they're
said
insulated.
I have a group of women. I do. I'll admit it. I play with a group of women that we've played certain things with for years and years and years. And when a new person comes in, it's always like kind of like, at first for me, it's always like, but then I think, well, hell, I was that new person once. Why am I being a bitch?
Yeah.
I'm that new bring her in, and because that's what it's all about is
and
friendship.
Once you've been here a while, you do have your circle, but then you'll meet somebody new, and you'll be like, "Oh, she's coming in our circle. We're taking her."
Yeah.
So,
you want to make sure because you maybe later in life you discover this. I'm much more open to getting new friends now than I was back then.
Yeah.
It's like if I meet somebody that's really interesting, my friend Karen and I walk a lot. I met a gal up at the walking circle, and we got to talking, Karen, she and I, we got to talking, and we'd made probably 20 rounds around, and I turned to her when we got ready to leave, and I said, I want you to be my friend. Because she was so interesting and so, you know, and I sought her out because that's the kind of friend that's the kind of person. So it's so much easier for me to say that. If I want to be your friend, I'm going, by God, say I want to be your friend, you know.
Yeah. I've had people, do you know Cindy Stroud?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has said to me that when she first met me, she's like, you're my friend. Yeah. You are going to be my friend.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful, and she's a relatively newer friend of mine, but so dear. One final thing, in Las Vegas, I feel there is no place like Vegas to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
It is true.
Both of us. Both of us have had that happen.
Yeah, it's a great place to go out of your comfort zone, try something new. There's not people who've known you for 50 years or your whole life, however old you are, it doesn't matter. Going, what are you doing? You're going to do stand-up comedy? Oh, are you funny? I never really... They don't have preconceived ideas about you. You can just...
Be who you want to be.
Shake the Etch-a-Sketch and you're who you are, and you are accepted.
That is so on the spot true. I mean, that is so, and you know, when you don't leave a place that you're so accustomed to and know, it's hard to break out of that shell sometimes.
It is. You wouldn't dare try anything.
Because you're like,
people gonna say?
I've had that happen numerous times when I lived back home. I wanted to do things, and it was like, oh, all my friends will think I'm...
Yeah. Who cares? Nobody knows you here.
And, you know, the other thing about that is I'm finding with this, and I'm sure you found it with comedian friends of yours, I have now gotten this group of people that I know through networking. You know, I network a lot with people, and people remember you more out here than I think that they do back there. Got a text this morning. I'm going to do a commercial for a card, a singing card, or singing something called Create Unity. I'm going to do this because the guy, I worked on an underwear commercial with him, and he remembered me. And he said, you're the perfect person for this. And I'm like, that's so nice. Back home, I don't know that they would have. Or
you wouldn't have done an underwear commercial back home.
No, I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have.
Never done it. Well, hey, I don't, you know, everybody wears underwear, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Unless you're commando, but you know, no, I wouldn't have done the underwear. I just quickly got to tell. I had an acting class, and they go in, they want you to introduce yourself. We're going around the room. This girl that's sitting next to me, she said something about her dad. I'm embarrassed that my dad did an underwear commercial. And I'm like, I'm sitting right next to her, and it comes to me, and I said, well, I did do an underwear commercial. Funniest part of this is after the class was over, really attractive older man, up in the front thing and all, walks up to me and he said, was it, and I won't say the brand, and I said, yes, and he said, I did the male version.
Oh my God.
Of the underwear commercial. Funny. He did the male version, I did the female version. I thought only in Vegas could you have that happen. But,
I mean, in Vegas, it's amazing that, you know, the next guy wasn't a porn star.
Yeah.
You know, forget the underwear. Yeah, underwear.
But he had done it, I did it, and we both done underwear commercials. So
it was,
anyway, yeah, but you can reinvent yourself and become something that you've always dreamt of being.
Don't wait.
If you want to sing, there's lots of opportunities. Come out here and sing. There's so many things to do.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about real life in Las Vegas, leave questions in the comments. And we will be doing another show about life specifically in Sun City Anthem. And
because there's lots to offer there. We discussed it last week with our friend Lori that was our guest about the number of things that you can do living in Anthem. It's just it really truly is. So we're going to do that too. But
in the meantime, we are heading for vacation / back home, and
we got some fun ideas about what we're going to do while we're back there.
We do. So
stay tuned. Follow us, like us, subscribe. Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.